Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, good to see you. How did we get on today? I'll tell you what, we got away with one there, didn't we, with that Facundo Diaz Acosta game? Fucking hell. That lad was knackered. Within 5 minutes, I immediately regretted picking him. I say I regretted picking him. I didn't know he was going to be in that bad of a shape. Looked absolutely beat to shit. Luckily for us, he retired. We got the void. It ended up being a push, no damage done there. We got our money back, and it is 1 in the morning in the UK. I'm still waiting for Tiafoe and Rindenech. Not so certain that they're going to get a look in. I hope they do. That's all we're waiting for today. Before we get into the Olympics, dead quick, Berrettini's going to be Hugo Gaston today, and flip a coin, heads for Cerundolo, tails for Musetti. Couldn't split that one apart. Right then, get into this, innit? Right into the Olympics. I can't wait for these. I've been looking forward to this. I think we have got a cracker week of games here. Before we get into them, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. I'd appreciate it if you did. First things first, we're going to just get rid of all the shite. So Alcaraz will win his in 2. Djokovic wins his in 2. I'd say Offner wins his match in 2 as well. Daniel Medvedev, regardless of what people say about his game on the clay, he should absolutely bully Rinky Hijikata. I mean, he didn't do too bad in the French Open, did he? So, yeah, Medvedev gets that one done in 2. And I think that's all of them, you know. That's all of them for the really easy looks. We'll start getting into the decent ones now. So the first one we're going to talk about, and you know what, I think this is the first official from me for today's parlay. We've got Taylor Fritz, Alexander Bublik. I think Bublik's the highest ranked unseeded player in Paris. Yeah, he is. This guy's shit on the clay. This guy is crap on the clay. These have actually seen quite a lot of each other over the years as well. Heads 3-2 to Bublik. Never played each other on the clay. I don't think they have anyway, not that I'm aware of. I'm sure it's just been hard court and grass. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Haven't played each other since 22. You've got to give a slight edge to the American here. Taylor Fritz doesn't really like the clay either. Fuck all that clayless shit. This, just looking at it, looking at the odds, like Taylor Fritz is a massive favourite here, but I think this will probably be one of the more entertaining games we've got in the first round. I still think Taylor Fritz is going to be just a bit too strong, the more consistent player. If this was on grass, it'd be split right down the middle. You know it would. But it's not on grass, it's on clay. I've just said Fritz isn't quite that good on the clay, but you know what? On the other hand, Bublik is 10 times worse. I could only look at Taylor Fritz, and as a matter of fact, I am looking at Taylor Fritz to get this one done. That's the first official on the parlay, the Paris Olympics, day 1. Game number 2, Jack Draper, Kaina Shikori. I think we all know what I'm doing here. It's pretty obvious. Jack Draper, along with Taylor Fritz, around the same 1.3 on the money line. Nishikori's been pulling out of a few events and he just doesn't turn up, especially this year. Barely got into a bit of a rhythm. When he's on form and when he's playing, he is a good player. We'll give him that. I just think this is a bit too tough for him, especially for your first round. Jack Draper's really good. We know clay isn't really his preferred surface, but I think he's going to be nothing but trouble for Nishikori tomorrow, I really do. Draper's already won a title this year as well. His serve when it's going is solid, especially when I'm being a lefty. Such a good save. Probably doesn't translate that much to the clay. Nishikori just has no form whatsoever. For you to even look at him as an underdog in this. Jack Draper, second official on the parlay, all day on the money line. I don't think Nishikori gets anywhere near him. This is a good one. This is a decent one. So you got Nuno Borges, Mariano Navone. What's the odds for this? Nuno Borges, the slightest of favourites, 1.89. Navone, 1.91. Uh, Borges just won that title. Where was it? In Sweden last week. He had quite an easy draw. I'm not going to lie, it weren't exactly stacked with talent, was it? Mariano Navone, we know how good he is on the clay. Providing he's playing his best game, you probably would say Navone in this, but this lad's far from his best at the moment. He started the season off really good. Um, Actually got into the top 30 as well come June. Won 2 games, lost 8 since early May. I can't go anywhere near Navone. Nuno Borges coming off that title, yeah, he should be fine. He should be fine for the Olympics here, shouldn't he? 1.89 off of Nuno Borges. Both fairly comfortable on the clay. I'd say the future's probably a little bit brighter for Navone, only with him being younger. I just haven't seen enough of him in the past few weeks for me to go, yeah, Navone's locked back in on the clay. It'll be Nuno Borges and Nottingham. Yeah, it's got to be, Anna. It's got to be. We've seen Nottingham from Navone to make us want to pick him. Nuno Borges, especially at that price. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong at all. And this one's probably going to be a quick one as well. Probably should have mentioned this at the start, although I know Twitter loves themselves some Zizou Bergs, and I don't really understand why. Like, every time this fella plays, especially against top opponents, everyone just wants you to take him. Bergs this, Bergs that. Um, these played each other. Was the Australian Open? Yeah, yeah. Um, Look, completely different. Hard court on Tsitsipas versus clay on Tsitsipas is night and day in it. I think, actually, it was a matter of fact, I know these surfaces make Tsitsipas 10 times better. It really suits his game, makes him a lot less vulnerable as well, especially to some of these big strikers. He's been a bit quiet this year, and he been a little bit quiet. Nonetheless, I think, look, we know how good Tsitsipas is on the clay. We've seen how good he was in the French Open as well. I just He's just been playing here. He's been playing here. I just don't think Zizou Bergs has got fuck all for him. I really don't. Um, did he do good in the French Open? What am I talking about? Let me just check. Where is it? Who are we on here? Tsitsipas and Zizou Berg. Head to head's 2-0 to Tsitsipas. What's his record on the clay this year? 19-5 on the clay this year. Zizou Berg is 18-7. Look, that's not too bad. That's better than what I expected for Zizou Berg. I won't lie. Nonetheless, Tsitsipas gets this done. I really do. I can see Stefanos Tsitsipas going really deep in Paris Olympics. I haven't even had a look at outrights or not, and I should have had a look at that. Let me know in the comments who do you think's going to win. I think Tsitsipas has got a really good chance at this. Obviously, it's probably going to be Alcaraz or someone in it. There's no Yannick Sinner. Alcaraz will probably win the medal. It's irrelevant. Tsitsipas gets that one done. I wouldn't even be tempted with taking Zizou Berg at 5.47 on the money line, although that's a fantastic price. I think the clay is what neutralises it. The clay is the deciding factor. If this is hard court, I'd probably take the points. No way. Tsitsipas probably gets this done in 2. He really does. Would not be surprised to see that happen. Next one is, where is it? What are we going for? Quick question, what's happening with the Russians in this? Can they represent Russia? That's only just popped into my head. What's happening with the Russians? Who do they represent? like like fucking Jupiter or something. What? You just represent yourself. I don't know what's going on. Any idea what's going on with the Russians there? Let me know in the comments. I'm only asking because Pavel Kotov is playing Stan Wawrinka. We've just seen this match in the Roland Garros, haven't we? And Kotov got it done 3-1. Stan Wawrinka, oh look, it's 2024, folks. 2024. He's still got the odd win left in him, but I'd say the only thing he's got going for him here is that it's on the clay. That's it. I think Pavel Kotov just beats him again. He won't be getting any of my money, but I just can't bet on Stan Wawrinka anymore. I just can't. He'll be fancying himself in the Olympics here and it being on the clay. You'd expect Wawrinka to get at least a win, wouldn't you? At least this first round, but it's 39 now. We've just seen Pavel Kotov nearly take a set off Matteo Berrettini the other day. I think he definitely beats Stan Wawrinka. It would be Kotov or nothing. This one's probably the most exciting game of the day, in my opinion, and I think it's the first one that we've got. I can't wait for this one in the morning. Tommy Paul, Luciano Darderi. This is a cracker. Absolute cracker, this. What are the odds? 1.6 for Tommy Paul. This seems pretty even on the clay. We've seen quite a bit of Darderi the past week or two. He's been really good, hasn't he? Tommy Paul is more than okay on the clay. He's probably one of, if not the only American that doesn't go to shit on the clay. Darderi's been in decent form. He should be in decent rhythm coming into this. Like I've just said, last 2 weeks, he's been really good. He should have a really good chance at the upset in this one. Tommy Paul's the number 10 seed here. Probably something a lot of you didn't expect. Well, if I'd have told you a year or two ago that Tommy Paul's going to be the top 10 seed in the Paris Olympics, you'd have been, oh, you'd have thought I was fucking insane. So consistent. Probably as he is my favourite player from the United States. I don't know how you feel about that, but Tommy Paul's the best one. He really is. I really like this lad. He just seems to have everything. So consistent, solid ball striking, really good baseline game, really athletic. I don't think he's got a bad surface as well. I think if you were to ask him what's your worst surface, I think he'd say I don't know. Dad Eddie as well. He's only a young lad. Well, say a young lad, 22, playing really good. Well, this year he's playing the best tennis of his life this year, and he, like I said, it'll be a great match. Tommy Paul at those odds. He's proven enough to me in the past that he can deal with these moments, especially in the pressure. He's this close to getting into the top 10. He's this close to getting into the top 10. I think he does it. Darderi is on the rise. He does love the clay. I think it's going to take something that he hasn't got to get past Tommy Paul tomorrow. I really do. Give me Tommy Paul on the money line. Third official on the parlay. Get it locked in. What else? What else? What else? Got through quite a few of them here, haven't we? We've got a few left to go through. Couple more from me. I think I've got maybe one more official. So if you're still watching, give the video a like if you would, and also subscribe. Nice one. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted with this one. But what are we doing with this one, folks? Felix Auger-Aliassime, Marcus Giron. Two of these definitely don't suit the slower conditions, do they? Although I feel like when it comes to clay tennis, I feel like Aliassime is probably a level or two ahead of Marcus Giron. We have just seen Giron win his title. Was his first title this year? Or was that win his first title overall? I've seen him win before. He won in Newport, didn't he? He'll be feeling himself coming into this, especially after winning his title. I just don't think that. When I watch Marcus Giron, I don't know what he excels at. You know what I mean? Fairly decent tennis player. I'm not saying he's not, but don't know. Like, if someone was to ask me how like describe Marcus Graham for me, I don't know what I'd say apart from he's American and he's got this big fucking fat ass like a woman. I think it'd be Ali Yassim, you know. It'd be Ali Yassim. We've seen enough. What's the recent games looking like? Am I really gonna put some money on Ali Yassim tomorrow? Oh, 14-6 on the clay. Marcus Graham 3-7 this season. There you go. That's the side of it for me. Dead easy. Jerome beat him last time out. That was in Tokyo last year. Ali Yassim 1.3 on the money line. It's dropping quickly. Oh, I don't like that. Marcus Garon's won 7 of his last 3. We have just said he's won the title in Newport. Um, what surface is that? Grass. I knew it were in clay. Ali Yassim's just been beat by Berrettini. We've seen him get beat by Kokkinakis in Wimbledon. That was the first round. Oh, it was. Beat by Kepfer and Hal, beat by Alcaraz. Other than that, he's got wins over Ben Shelton, Henry Squire, is that? Nishioka. That was in the Roland Garros. And then going over to England. Is it England? Yeah, yeah. Diego Schwartzman, Bona Koric, Jana Hanfman. Not much to write home about there, but especially if you look at Marcus Garon's last couple of losses, one to Hurkacz, one to Nishioka, one to Zverev. You'd expect him to win maybe one of them, wouldn't you? Whereas Aliassime should be beating Kepfer, he should be beating Kokkinakis. Nobody's beating Berrettini at the moment, so no shame there. Oh, I am so tempted. If we stick that on, if we stick Aliassime on the parlay, it'll do wonders for it. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? I don't know whether I'm just being greedy. Let me know what you think there. It'd have to be Aliassime or not. 1.27, it's dropping to. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I would much rather take a punt on Nuno Borges at a really good price instead of Aliassime at that price, and we'll get back to that one. That I've just said Dan Evans, Djokovic, they'll definitely win. Oh, I'm sure I'm getting a cold. Excuse me if I sound like shit. What have we got left here? Oh, bloody hell, this one will make you sick. This Italian Greek sport, Cam Norrie. Two of these bang out of form at the moment. Although Greek sport had a really good showing against Zverev here a couple of months ago. 4-1 up in the final set, ended up pissing that one away like he does. Can't really say anything about any of these two, to be honest with you. Like, Cam Norrie's really struggled as well. Same with Marcus Garon. I don't really know what this lad's good at. Talon Greek sport isn't the best clay court player. This should prove to be an interesting game. I think it goes over. They all do. What do we say about every Talon Greek sport game? He's probably going to drop a set no matter how big of a favourite he is. It's probably going to go over. And nowadays, wouldn't be surprised if he loses it. Take the over. Take Norrie for a set. Don't see Greek sport getting this one done in 2. He barely does anymore. And, oh, fuck me, what's this? Is that Christopher Eubanks, Benjamin Hassan? Not going anywhere. That's just threw me well off that game. I didn't even know that was happening. No, Benjamin Hassan's a favourite. Oh my god, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Not going anywhere near it. That fucking stinks, that one. How's Benjamin Hassan a favourite? It'll just be Matteo Berrettini. I'm telling you. It'll be Matteo Berrettini with a bit more of a beard. Nah, no chance. Don't go anywhere near that one. And is this the last one I've got here? Yeah, look. Thomas Mahac and Zhang. Rough. Rough game. Zhang is in better form, I'd say. Probably a little bit more. Give the edge to Zhang when it comes to the tactical and the tricky stuff, but Mahatch is strong as fuck. He's only 23 years old, 8-4 on the clay this year. Zhang can hit a good ball. Zhang can hit good balls, especially on the clay. I just think Mahatch will be. He's got really good baseline games. He hits the ball so close to the back. I see Mahatch doing it. I really do. Oh, do I? I don't know. Maybe I've spoke too soon on that. I'm sure Zhang's like just around the top 20, is he? If I recall. Think so. Yeah, yeah. Ah, he's sticky, and I hate putting money against this lad. What are the odds for this? 1.87 for Mahatch. This is that price where Zhang just kills you. Don't go anywhere near it. Take Zhang for the set. Let me know what you're doing for that one. I'm not too sure. Right then, officials. 3/4 on the parlay. We're gonna go Tommy Paul. I'm all right with that. We're gonna go Tommy Paul on the money line. We're gonna go Jack Draper on the money line, and Taylor Fritz. That was the other one. Three of the best from me. You decide. Do we go for OJ Aliassime? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Also, get your best bets in the comments. Anything for the girls as well. Anything anywhere else, doesn't matter what it is. Let me know. Share with the group. Discuss it amongst yourselves. Don't be shy. Thanks for watching. As always, hopefully Tiafo and Mindanech get that cash for us from today. It's all right if they don't. We've got a new tournament. Buzzing for the Olympics. Buzzing for everyone who subscribed the past few days. I see you. I appreciate you. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go get that cash. Enjoy the Olympics. See you tomorrow.